Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Garnett, and this is another segment of Musical Wisdom. I put up a video. I was playing on "We Are Not Ashamed" by Andre Crouch, and put a little reharmonization to it. And somebody asked me uh, if I used a split on the keyboard. This keyboard I have right here is the Motif ES8, and the sound that I used for that was called piano backup, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong. I think that's what it was, but it's one of the stock sounds. Didn't tweak it or anything. Um, so in that, I decided to do a quick video on how to layer your own sounds, how to make your own sounds. So I'm gonna show you how to do this real quick. All right. Um, so what you do is make sure that you're in the perform menu, right? Make sure the perform button is lit up. And I actually renamed the sound. I took a sound that was there and just kind of, change the sound up. I mean, change the name of it up, right? So when you change the name of it, you know, I guess you just name whatever you want. But what I did was I went to voice, and when I press voice, you have four like slots that you can put sounds on, right? So as you can see, like slot one is the full grand. Slot two is the background, like strings. Slot three is like a Rhodes, and then slot four is like like a synth brass. This is actually kind of like my setup that I use at my church, you know, and you have the faders over here. Like you have your master fader here. That's the master volume, and then you have channel one. This would be your grand. This would be your background. This would be the vintage case or the Rhodes, and that would be your synth brass, right? So, I hope you guys saw that. Yeah. So, the way I layer my sounds is I have to have a sound that kind of cuts through. So, like for example, I have my piano. I'll turn that up, right? So, right, that's my piano. Slot two would be my strings. And then slot three would be again the Rhodes. Right? And then slot four would be my synth brass. Right? So depending on what kind of mood or what kind of songs being played, I kind of just use the faders to kind of go in and out of different types of sounds and stuff out of these four sounds here. Almost kind of like the drawbars of like the organ or Hammond or whatever. I kind of think about it like that way. So most of the time I have my setup like this. I have my piano up, and then I have my Rhodes underneath it to kind of just give it some warmth. Right? Right? Now, if I want to add like an orchestra or like strings or whatever, I'll just kind of fade it in. I don't just turn it up I don't do that. I just kind of. Now, if it's kind of like doing like a shout kind of thing, I usually have or not even like shout stuff. Maybe like something like kind of funky. I'll probably do something like. And again, I just kind of mix everything accordingly, because I have other band members as well. So I just kind of mix everything accordingly, you know. Again, I just make sure I have like a piano that cuts through. I also have the Rhodes that kind of softens the sound up, or I could use a Rhodes as like a lead type thing, you know, and turn the piano down just so we can have more, you know, add more punch. All right. So, um, you know, I guess it's kind of like, again, you got to just think about the mood that you want to set, and you think about what kind of ideas you want to put out musically. You know, that's, you know, I don't know if there's any other way for me to explain it, but I know I'm kind of rushing too. You know, I got church tomorrow, so it's kind of late. But nonetheless, yeah, it's personal taste at the end of the day. It's all about a personal taste. But I hope this kind of helps, like how you create your own sounds. You know, use your imagination to be creative.